You kidding me? Yeah, absolutely not. So the person who I will be voting for is Donald J. Trump. So think about it for a second. You guys some people are voting for Joe Biden. Someone who's not only been in office for 47 years, but again, has a lot of racist remarks that he has said. Literally, as I may show you.
We already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots. I learned a lot. And I learned that Corn Pop was a bad dude. I think the two-party system is good for the South and good for the Negro, good for the black in the South. Other than the fact that they still call me boy, I think they've changed their mind. Quietly sunk into the Caribbean or rose up 300 feet, it wouldn't matter a whole lot. Is it because blacks are involved?
You kidding me? Joe Biden? So this is the message to Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat is an individual who built the platform off of vlogging, and he has a couple series that HBO bought. In fact, I'm inspired by a lot of his video making and his storyline. He could tell really, really good stories. And in fact, I started vlogging because of Casey Neistat. I watched a video where you said you would like to discuss and have a conversation with someone about their political view. Again, no war. I'm not looking for any war. I know in the comment section people are gonna go crazy, but let's be honest. First and foremost, I serve God. God is my biggest influencer in my entire life. Not only me, my entire family. Once you start putting God on your path, everything in itself will be perfect after that. There's gonna be some bumpy roads, but again, that's just build character. The fact that I've heard Donald Trump mention God several times, hold prayer sessions in his rallies is big. It's major. I still don't understand how someone can be vice president for 8 years and yet you promise and say you're gonna do all these things, but yet it never happened under Barack Obama's administration. So this is why I am not voting for Joe Biden. I've been a longtime Democrat because my family always pointed us to that direction. But if you sit back now that I'm an adult, what have they done for us? What have they done? And it's time. So again, a lot of people's gonna comment below and say, hey, what has Donald Trump done for you guys? It's proven. This is the only president in my history time, where everything he said he was gonna do, he's been doing it. He's been doing it. And the fact is, we got to stop being blindfolded and just believe what people say. Why is it that all these Democrats usually get these artists, famous artists, and go to these platforms where a lot of minorities are in charge of these platforms, and a lot of these artists who are minorities, and try to cast their vote? Why? Because think about it for a second. They have to get them in so that they have millions of followings. So they're gonna have to bring their followings along with them and say, yeah, vote for Joe Biden, vote for Joe Biden. But you have no history with that person. Now, for the last 4 years, where were they? When Obama and Biden was in office, where were they? They weren't out there advocating for these artists. None of them. So this is why we got to stop being lied to. And one thing about it, Casey Neistat says that, the things that Donald Trump has said and all that. I just proved to you guys something that Joe Biden has said. I didn't hear you mention any of that. I respect it. Again, you guys are entitled to vote for whoever you guys want. At the end of the day, you guys are entitled to vote for whoever you guys want. Again, another thing where I've heard Joe Biden say that police are evil. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I know a lot of law enforcement officers who are out there actually doing their jobs, doing what they do best. And you're gonna call them evil? These officers have families, wife, kids, etc. And again, the image that you're trying to paint to them is that they're evil. Especially, imagine when their kids hear that. Again, why do we want somebody to lead the way and do all this? We don't want any of that. And yeah, by the way, my dog is probably acting a fool up there. To Casey Neistat, I respect what you do. I respect the influence that you have. But again, sometimes you gotta be careful with the type of platform you have. You have a great platform. You gotta think about it. A lot of kids follow you. A lot of young kids, young adults, they follow you. And guess what? Be careful for the things you say, because you don't want to sway them. Guess what happened? You recall what happened in 2016 with you when you said you were going for Hillary Clinton and, you know, whatever. Everybody turned on you. A lot of people turned on you. A lot of the biggest YouTubers turned. They didn't like your comment. You go check out the video. They disliked it so much. That's not even the point. This is not why we're here. But Casey Neistat, again, if you ever want to have a conversation in reference to this, you know, send me a message. DM me. Doesn't matter. I know you're from Connecticut. But currently you're living in California. But my watch keep going off. That means my camera keep going off. That means that my dog keep going rabid upstairs. But that's beside the point. Thank you guys for watching. Again, to answer your question, who am I voting for? Donald Trump.
For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government while the people have borne the cost. The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country. That all changes starting right here and right now.